Hi, I am hwdong. In this lecture, I will talk about the for loop. For loop is like the previous lecture while loop. It is also a loop through a code block. But the for loop is used for iterating of a sequence, such as a list, a tuple, a dictionary, a set, a string. We can use for loop to visit every element of the sequence. For example, we can use this for has two keywords. The first keyword is for, the second keyword is in. It means for every element of the sequence is string, and for every element, its value is called C. We visit the every element of the sequence. First, C equal to H. The next iteration, C equal to W. When we loop through the for, the third iteration will be D. So we can print that means for each element of the sequence C, we print the element C. Elements, the print function print every item, then to a new line, because it is a parameter called end. Its default value is new line. So when we output the element E, then we are the print function will go to the next line. If we give end another, not the default value is this new line, correct. If we change to a white space, we see the output. Then it prints the elements and then a white space, then loop for the next iteration, then print out another element and then a white space. We can also iteration a tuple or list, for example. For a tuple, then it will visit every element of the tuple. If we give another example, list of list, if there is a list and every element of this is also a list called list of list, we define this variable to a list of list. Then first, it is a list. There are three elements: the first element, the second element, and the third element. For each element, it is also a sequence. So we can, for each element of the sequence, if we print like this, it will print out this. Because each element is a sequence, we can use another for loop inside it. For example, C in E. Because E is a list, so we can also use another for to print each element. Then this element will be on the same line. We can print to go to the next line. So each element will output in a line. Python has a built-in function called range. The range returns a sequence of integer number. This number starts from 0 by default and increments by 1 by default, and end at a specified number. The semantics is like this. Start default is 0, and step default is 1, and stop is end number. We can see we can use for to visit because it returns a sequence of into numbers, so we can use for to visit the sequence numbers for each integer in range 6. The 6 will be the stop number. The start will be 1. So it will the range will return number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, not include the stop number. Oh, 0. Start from 0. We can give it a start number or a step. For example, we give a start number 2, then the start number will 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can give a step, give it a step 2, then it will start number will be 2, then the step plus the step 2 plus step is 4, but 6 is the end number, so the 6 is not included, so it will print 2 and 4. Like the while loop, we can use in the break statement. We can use the break statement to break out the for loop. For example, if E larger than 10, then we break. Else we print. So if E is larger than 10, it will break the whole for loop. So this program will print 0, 1, 2 until 9, 10 until 10. Okay, this is for for loop. We talk about for loop and the range function and the break statement. Now we give another example. We will write a program to sort a sequence of number. For example, if a sequence of number is if there are a sequence of number, we want to sort them. How to sort them? We can use using a sorter algorithm called the very simple sorter algorithm called bumper sorter program. I explain the principle of the bumper sort. The bumper sort have several passes of a sequence. For each pass, it find largest element between the sequence. For example, for the first pass, it go through the sequence. When we look at this element, then we compare this element and its next element, the adjacent element, to compare the two adjacent element. If the next element is less than the element, then we will swap this element. Swap. Then we go to this element and compare this element. If the next element is less than the current element, then we swap these two elements. Then we go to this. If the element, the next element less than the current element, then we swap the two elements. Then for this case, we compare this. If the next element is not less than the current element, the two elements will not swap. So the two elements is not swapped. When we go from this, this, we finally get the largest element in the last position. Then for the rest, this is large element of the whole sequence. Then for the rest sequence, we do the same thing. For example, for the next sequence, there are 4 elements. We first compare the two elements. If the next less than, then we swap. But the next is not less than, so they are not swap. Then we compare these two. Because the next less than the current, so we will swap them, become this. Then we go to this position. We compare the last two elements because the next is not less than, so they are not swapped. So we get this. When we get this, we find the largest element among the 3 elements. So we get the second largest element. The first pass, we get the largest element of the 5 elements. The second pass, we get the largest element in the remaining elements. So the next pass, we will to sort we will go through the three elements to find the largest element in the three elements. So because the length is larger than, so they are not swap. Then we compare this because the length is not is larger or equal to the current, so they are not exchanged. So we get the largest element in the three elements. So for the third pass, the last three elements are sorted. Then we go the third pass to compare the two elements to check if they are should be swapped. Now we will program. Suppose this is a sequence. We will do bubble sort. Bubble sort, there are several passes. So we use pass to replace how many passes. For each passes, we use a name in a list. How many passes? We use it I. We see the for example, for the third, we use this I. When we loop through, we use this point index as j. We use two index. For the first pass, the I equal to n sub 1 and j equal to 0, then j equal to 1. J go from 0 to I plus 1. But first I is n start I is n sub 1. Then the step is -1, and the stop is 1. So I start from n sub 1, then I equal to n sub 2, then I equal to n sub 3 until I equal to 1. Until I equal to 1. I equal to 1. I equal to 1, just 3 element. Then the pass will ended. This is pass. Passes. For each pass, we want to use index j in range I. J in range I, j equal to 0, 1, 2, until j equal to I sub 1. One pass. For this pass, I equal to this I, j equal to 0. Then we j goes through this until j equal to I sub 1. For each j, we will compare the element with the next element. If the next element is j plus 1. If next element is less than current j point to the current element, then we should swap the two elements. We can use temp first we put the next element to a temp, then we first put a current to temp, then put the next to the current, and then current, and then next equal to amp. Okay, these two statements is used to swap the two elements. Only when the next element is less than the current element. If we go through this for loop, then we finished one pass. Then we go to the next pass. Okay, we print the result. You see the result is sorted. We can see, we can use print in this to see the mid-80 the result. And the first, so we get the largest, then the largest. Finally, we get this. Okay, this is sort bumper. It uses two for loop. The out loop, the out for is for all passes, and the in loop is for one pass. Finally, I will give an exercise. The exercise is very simple. It is to find an element in a sequence. For example, we want to find 18 in the sequence. Your program should output the index of the element in the sequence. Okay, this is a lecture for the for loop. If you are interested in my video, you can subscribe my YouTube channel, hwdong. Thank you for watching my video.